Hey guys, this is LegoMatic9, and today I'm doing a review on a LEGO Star Wars 2015 set. And today I have set 75087, Anakin's Custom Jedi Starfighter, which is actually called the Azure Angel, if you guys did not know that. The recommended ages for this set are 8 to 14, has 370 pieces, and the price range is $39.99, and that is in USD. This set comes with 3 minifigures, one of them which is new, which is Asajj Ventress over here. And if you guys did not know, as I said before, this is the Azure Angel, and it was in the original Clone Wars series that aired on Cartoon Network, and I believe 2003 and went to about 2005. So this Starfighter was in that series. I'm really happy that they made this set because this is one of my favorite Star Wars ships of all time. Like, I'm really happy that they finally made this set. So much nostalgia just packed into this set for me because when I was like, I want to say 5, Cartoon Network had a contest where you had to enter in a whole bunch of Chef Boyardee codes. You could win a Hasbro version of this set. And so I entered and I did not win, but I ended up saving up enough allowance money and bought the actual Hasbro toy itself. So I'm really happy that LEGO actually made this model, and I was really surprised too. So without further ado, let's jump into the close-up on the 3 minifigures included with the set. So the first minifigure included is Anakin Skywalker, of course. So this is the same version of Anakin that we got with the Republic gunship back in 2013, but this is a chance to finally get this figure if you did not want to spend $120. Now you can only spend $40 and finally get this figure if you really want him that bad. So Anakin, of course, comes with his blue lightsaber, so I'll set that off to the side. So this is the same exact figure. As you can see, he's got some really nice printing on his torso and his legs as well, and he also has a little bit of printing on his belt. So overall, a lot of really good printing on this figure. If you go to the back, he's got the Jedi robes extended again, printed on the back, and then the belt as well. So it looks really good. I'm really loving the look of this figure. I'm pretty sure I said that in the gunship review last year. And then he also has a double-sided face, so here you have a little more of a aggressive tone, so that's pretty useful. So I only have one complaint about this figure, and at this point in the Clone Wars miniseries, Anakin had lost his hand, because this, the miniseries was taking place between episodes 2 and 3, just like the Clone Wars series that it recently ended. So that's pretty much my only complaint about this figure, is that he should have his robotic hand by now, because he already fought Count Dooku and already lost his hand. So not really sure what LEGO was doing there. But yeah, so a lot of good printing on this figure. Definitely a really good figure. Next up, we just have a figure that is just called Astromech Droid, but even though this is R4 from the original Clone Wars series. So it's just a standard red Astromech Droid, nothing really to go over. He's just got a lot of nice printing on his front piece right here. And then this is a standard LEGO red, it's not a dark red, so it is the standard color. He's got some really nice printing on the top of his dome right here in silver. You can see that. So a lot of really good printing on this piece. So it goes all the way around, which is really nice. Definitely really loving it. They didn't say it was a new figure per se, but I don't remember ever getting this specific Astromech Droid ever in a set. So this may be new, but I'm not exactly sure. So overall, just some really nice printing on this Astromech Droid. Our third and final figure is the brand new Asajj Ventress. We haven't gotten Ventress since like the Dathomir Speeder, which was back in, I want to say 2011 or 2012, I can't really remember, but we haven't gotten this figure in a long time, or this character in a long time, so definitely nice to get a new and updated version of her based on the I guess the design of her from the Clone Wars miniseries. So she does come with 2 of her signature lightsabers right here. Same version with the curved hilt at the bottom. So she does come with 2 of those. So I'll just take those off. So there isn't really a ton of printing on this figure. She doesn't have any leg printing, sadly, but she does have some really nice torso printing with some gray. It just looks really nice on the front there. She's got that really cool belt as well. And then on the back, she has the continuation of it. This part's really awesome looking. Really love the way Lego did that. Then her head is brand new, or a brand new print. It's definitely a lot better than the previous version. It looks a lot more like evil, I guess. So it's pretty awesome. Really loving that that face. Then there's just some printing on the back. So here's a little comparison with the Clone Wars and the Clone Wars versions. So leave a comment below saying which one of these you like better. I definitely like this one better. This one just looks it looks really weird looking, her face at least. So I'm really liking the new one better. So Lego did a awesome job with this figure. Alright, so here's the actual fighter itself. Now, one thing I picked away while building this is that it was really fun to build, because there was a lot of different techniques that I had never used or ever done before while building other sets or anything of my own. So there's a lot of really nice techniques that went through with the build on this set. So it was definitely a nice change from all of the other Delta 7 fighters that we've been getting for the past I don't know how many years we've been getting different fighters like Sasetins and Plo Koons and Ahsokas and Mace Windus and all just these random starfighters that nobody really cared about. But this one's a lot better than that. It's definitely a very nice change. So starting up with the front, you obviously see that it has these flaps right here, which are part of the design of the Azure Angel, which is really nice. One thing that makes it really unique. You have this giant sticker right here, as well as a sticker right here and here. You have the big engines in the front, which are really nice, and you have a sticker here and here. So the engines look really nice. Definitely loving the way they look. So there's the other side. Definitely really sweet looking. Down on the wings right here, you have the blasters, the twin blasters. Then you also have two of these whatever they're called, spring-loaded shooters, I think. So you guys know how those work, so I don't really need to fire those off. Oh, here you go. Ooh, so good. So just take that, load that back in. Do not shoot that in your friend's face or your own. So definitely a really nice design over here with the blasters. You just have this really nice design right here to simulate the white stripes that are on it. Lego can't really necessarily do that as accurately as possible, but it's definitely a very nice attempt, and I really like how it actually came out. Moving on to the back of the fighter, you can see the engines right here. Want to focus? Here, let's zoom in a little bit. Yeah, so there's the engines right there. Definitely really nice looking. Then you have some nice design going on back here as well. There's a closer look at the cannons right there. So we're going to look at the back side for a second, or the underside. So down here, there's a lot going on. You have these little holsters for the two extra missiles for the spring-loaded shooters. You have this right here, which you push down, and that will eject the astromech droid, which I'll show you guys later. Continuing on, you just have some really nice engine detail, and you have these gold binocular pieces. And you have the landing gear right here, so you can just push that down, and yeah, so pretty nice. I usually have it up because the Starfighter needs to kind of stand up while I'm doing this. So yeah, and then there's the engines from that side. I'm going to flip this back over. So what you can do with the astromech droid, as pretty much that they've been implementing into all of these sets, is zoom in right here, try to get it in focus. So you can take your astromech droid, R4 in this case, you can take him and just set him in there like that, and then what you can do is that you just push up on this right here, and guess what? It pops him out. Doesn't really, you can do it a second time and just like completely launch him out of there, but I'm going to leave him in there for now that I show you guys how that feature works. So we're going to move to the cockpit section. Now the cockpit section is very nice. It is definitely really sleek looking, and definitely loving all the curves on it. It's really sweet. So what you can do is when you open that up, you have a seat, or obviously the cockpit for Anakin. So right in here you have a a little binocular holster, which is pretty nice. Then you have the seat itself down in there, and right here you have a control panel which has a Asajj Ventress's ship. I forget what it's called, but it's like kind of like a fan. It kind of has that fan shape on it, so that's really cool. Definitely really loving that control panel. And then you have the seat in there as well. So one thing that I'm not really sure if this is an actual feature, but you can take this off, and there's these little clips right here. So I think that is where you're supposed to clip on Anakin's like lightsaber parts. So like clip his blade onto that side, then clip his hilt onto this side. And so this way you can put Anakin on the inside and not lose his lightsaber, since there really isn't a compartment for it in here. I'm going to go ahead and sit him down. And then also there's a sticker right here, which is pretty awesome. It's got that red symbol right there. And yeah, so I'm going to stick that back on there. And yeah, so that's what it looks like with Anakin driving the Azure Angel. Really sweet. Definitely really loving this set. One thing I forgot to mention, it does have these like little fins on the wings here, and then on the back as well. It's got the same kind of fin. So this set definitely looks very good, and I definitely do recommend picking this set up. So before we finish off this review, let's take a look at the box and the extra pieces. So here are the extra pieces that were included with my set. One of my favorites is this gold binocular piece, and you get a lot of gold studs and some dark blue 1x1s, and then also 2 lightsaber hilts. So pretty good extra pieces. So here is the front of the box. It's a fairly large box, but I guess average for a $40 set. Over here you got the specs, and you got the minifigures down here, and you just got the Starfighter and a battle scene there. You also have the Disney logo down here, which is new for these sets. So in the box around, and you just have all of the play features for the set. As you can see, you have the astromech unit, ejection, you got the opening cockpit and removable cockpit section, then you have the spring-loaded shooters as well, and then over here you just kind of have like a comic strip of Asajj and Anakin fighting. So yeah, there's the box. I guess the top, oh, I just hit something. The top of it, you just got Anakin in the actual size, then the 2 other figures. So yeah, that is pretty much it for the box. As I have said a whole bunch in this review, I would definitely recommend picking up this set because the build was really fun, and the overall design of this fighter is just so unique and so different from what we're used to. It was just so much fun to build, and it definitely makes makes this set one of my favorite Star Wars sets of all time. Definitely recommend picking up this set, especially if you are a Starfighter fan and if you are a fan of the original Clone Wars series from like 2003 or whenever that aired. So if you haven't already, please check out my Facebook, Flickr, and Google Plus pages. Links to those are in the description below. And yeah, so like I said, please buy this set. It is just so amazing. It's definitely worth the $40 in my opinion. So this is just such a nice set, and it's just amazing. So that is pretty much it for this review. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys later.